Hi guys, how's it going today? I've been wanting to do a gift guide for people who are either, maybe you're new to manga and you have no idea where to start, or maybe you have a friend who's interested, or maybe you just want to get your little cousin into it, or maybe there's someone in your life who you think would really enjoy the medium and you don't know where to start, or they don't know where to start, or sorry, there's a piece of hair in my face and it's driving me crazy. I hope this video will be a starting point for you of who to give what this year. I'm only going to give you 5 or 6, so I might do multiple of these if y'all think it's a good idea or if I just really enjoy it in the end. So let's see, let's jump into it. First, I want to talk about a series that is for people who are young. They are maybe 10 years old, or they're 12, or just very young, or they're young-minded, whichever one it is, or they just like the franchise as a whole. There's no rules in this, okay? This is a series for someone who you think might struggle with the traditional way of reading manga, and maybe this is a good one for them to start with. I'm gonna recommend Pokemon Adventures. They have the big version now. They also have the singles if you think this is too much for like a kid, or if you just prefer singles. This has volumes 1, 2, and 3 in it, and they run at $17.99 in stores. This is a series about Pokemon. If you don't know what Pokemon is, it's this kid, and it's not Ash. His name is Red, I think. It's been so long since I've read this volume, but I'm very slowly picking this up myself. But he travels the world that he lives in and collects these creatures who are called Pokemon, and he battles and trains and tries to get really strong and battles other trainers who are trying to do the same thing. And there's bad guys, there's good guys, there's all kinds of things to learn about this world, and it's just really cute. I had to get my water. Y'all know how I am with talking too much. And if they already have someone who is already interested in Pokemon, this is a great transitional piece for them. They can just dive right into this. And I think it's a great way to get someone into it. The print quality is amazing, it looks great, and it's a good time. It's fun. Next series is for someone who maybe likes a good romance. Maybe they are into sweet little stories that are fluffy, and maybe there's a little drama that they like, but not too heavy. Maybe they like animals, if you know where I'm going. This is my first manga series, so that's one reason why I like to recommend it as someone's first, because it really hooked me in, and is one of the reasons why I love romance so much. This is Fruits Basket. This is my old, beat up, yellowed, ancient copy. I'm so happy that this was my first manga to read. This is a story about a girl named Toru Honda who has gone through a lot of crap, and she's living in a tent in the woods now because she's lost everything important to her. And I'm not going to spoil too much for you, but she ends up being found by the Soma family, which is under a curse, and this curse involves them and animals. It's very cute, but also very dark certain times. So it's rated T, and I think that that is appropriate for the themes within this. Not a lot of like sex and cussing and drugs or anything like that. It's a very safe first series. I constantly am trying to get people to read this who have not read it yet, and it still to this day blows my mind that there are people who have not read Fruits Basket yet. So please give this to someone, especially young girls, shoujo age. I think they would love it. Sorry, my battery died, I had to replace it. I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you've got someone who likes romance, doesn't matter how old, but especially if they're younger, this is a good series. Make sure you read ratings on everything that I recommend though, because I am not going to be the giving force on if you think it's appropriate or not. You need to be educated enough to look at ratings. Next is a creator more than a particular manga series. If you know someone who is into horror, or they really like crazy art or something, I recommend Junji Ito. This is a creator who has made, I'm going to post pictures of either books that he's done or his artwork and his style. He's absolutely wild with some of the crazy art that he makes, and his stories can go anywhere from meh to like whoa, WTF, that kind of thing. Viewer discretion, of course, but I really like his art style, and I think that some of his stories really stick out from the others. The one with the hole in the wall of the mountain is of course a very popular one that I think is fantastic as well. So he's got a ton of amazing collections in the bookstores everywhere. He's being published left and right, so it's not hard to find his work, and I recommend buying at least one of the collections. You'll probably have at least one story in there that you do like, or that they'll like if they really like that kind of stuff. So yeah, That's for the horror lover in your life. Definitely not for kids though. The next one is also a series that I do not have. It is Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. This is a novel originally that was turned into a manga series, and I think there's only 2 volumes out. They're super slow coming out. I don't know why. I don't know if the artist is just taking their time, or if there's a print issue, or if there's a communication error or something going on with the publisher. I don't know. It is very slow and it's based off of a novel, so I feel like it's already, some people may really like the story already, and if not, you can try the manga to see, or you can read the book and see if you'd like it. It was okay. I'm not going to pick up the 2nd volume because I'm not wild about the story, but it is good. It's just not my cup of tea. I can see why people like it though. And it publishes a little too slow for my taste. So that's something for people who are maybe YA age range and probably more towards girls, but anyone can read it and enjoy it. I think if you like Rainbow Rowell's other books, you would probably like this as well. And the art is precious, so it's decent enough. Next up, I have a series that's a romance that doesn't feel dragged out just for length's sake and for money. It feels like this is genuinely a story that the authors, there's 2 of them, that they took time to plan out and think about and really develop the characters and their mannerisms and the way that they treat each other. This is A Sign of Affection by Sue Morishita. Sue Morishita, if you do not know, is an artist and writer duo. That's a name that they created for themselves, and they have a couple of other series that have come out and one that's about to start coming out, and this one's currently being released. It's their only current one that I'm aware of in English, so it's more josei-y. I'm not sure if it's officially josei or shoujo, but I kind of consider it more josei, me personally. It's about these 2 college students, and one of them is deaf. This is the girl, she's deaf and she uses sign language, and here is the guy. He's very pretty, and he is very interested in learning languages because he meets her one day and he does not speak her language, and he just finds interest in her and how she speaks. And you know, there's a lot of hesitation at first because, you know, she doesn't know if he's using her, and she's kind of scared, and she's got friends who really support her and also speak sign language to her, and sometimes she can read lips. So you really get to see how she interprets the world and how she reads lips, and it's very, very cool to see how Sue Morishita makes you understand how difficult it can be sometimes. When she can't fully understand what someone's saying, they'll jumble the words, or if she's having trouble reading something, they might make it very fuzzy or like barely printed on the paper. It's kind of the artist's way of letting you know that she doesn't fully understand what they're trying to say to her, or maybe they hand signaled to her and she can't understand what they were trying to say, but she's trying to figure it out. It's very cool, and I loved it. I can't wait to read more. The creator, one of them was pregnant recently, so she just had her baby, so they're about to start being made back up. There's up to like 5 volumes now, and I have no idea how many this is going to be. If you do, cool. It's just really sweet, really, it feels realistic to me. The pacing feels realistic. It feels lovely. I love picking up a volume of this, and I always read them very quickly because I love it so much. And it's also a big print, so it's nice and big. It's not like the traditional small size. So yeah, I recommend that one if you're wanting a romance that has those elements in it. And this next one is like an honorable mention because I'm not the biggest fan of this series, but a lot of people really, really love it. And I think that it deserves to be talked about in this video. I might pick up volume 2 if I ever find it in stores. I'm not gonna go out of my way and pay an arm and a leg for it, so good luck finding it. Sometimes you can find them and sometimes you can't. But this is Monster by, oop, it's upside down, sorry, Naoki Urasawa, and this is a very popular series. It is a murder mystery, not necessarily horror, but more like suspense, thriller, mystery kind of thing. It's rated T, older teen, and the art is older style, so if you're not into that, just be aware that you should probably flip through some of it if you're curious. It's about a guy who's a doctor, and his life kind of gets flipped upside down because he gets like accused of a murder, and he's trying to figure out who actually did the murders. And it's like a serial killer that he's following, and it's connected to him somehow, but I don't want to spoil too much because I feel like I can already tell where this is going in volume 1. I hope that I'm surprised, but I don't know. But anyways, I recommend it because people love it. you should definitely look up some videos. I'm sure there's some very, very talented creators out there who have made tons of YouTube and TikTok content about this series that love it and can tell you why you should read it and why you should love it. I'm probably not that person, but I did want to tell you about it if you're into those kinds of stories and you're an adult, because I feel like this is an adult series. It's got a lot of murdery, gory stuff in it. Not like super gory, but there's definitely like blood and stuff. Visceral panels. But yeah, that's one I wanted to give you guys to check out. But yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you would like me to make more videos similar to this with other recommendations for new people, please let me know. I'm constantly reading new stuff, so I feel like even if I don't have 5 series at the moment, I will eventually have 5 series that I think people will enjoy as their first series. So, or if you very specifically have a person that you're trying to buy a manga for, and I did not cover them in this video, please let me know. I'll take any archetype or age range or whatever and try to help you. I get approached all the time at Barnes & Noble by grandparents and parents and older teens who don't know where to start, or they don't understand ratings, or they don't know what this is and they're trying to understand it for their kid. And I appreciate that, and I love helping people do that. I would love to do more educational content when it comes to certain things with manga. Maybe not demographics, that's definitely not my strong suit. I will turn to a couple of other creators for that, but I will definitely give you recommendations and tell you what not to read. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please have a good rest of your day. I'll see you soon. Bye guys.